What's good with the YouTube? You already know Big Flocko with a convict's perspective, a convict's reaction, and real talk with Flocko coming live and direct, man. Check this out. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support this channel. And pretty soon, man, check this out. We'll be back on ACP. But for now, we on here, and I'm gonna smash, dash, and slide on through with all kinds of different energies, man, because I got 3 channels on the one going right now. And look, man, let's get to the situation, man, that's been going on, man, with a lot of YouTube drama. Okay, let's go back to where this all started, man. A lot of this started from way back within one particular group, right? Was back then when I did the Lil Toto interview, right? Now, I've talked to a lot of former canales, former hermanos, dudes that are well-educated, well-seasoned. And my whole perspective of this was that why wasn't this an issue 10 years before? Why was he able to walk these lines? This is the reason why I want to probe into this, because maybe there's some stuff that's not really being put out there accurately. Let me tap in and do an interview. Give me this dude his due process, basically. His fair right to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Which I still have no judgment towards the man. You know, in my job, and anybody who knows me knows I don't support no type of fucking deviant type of fucking individuals or crimes. I don't know what happened. There's still a lot of unanswered questions, but there is that statement that I made that these dude was able to walk the yards for 10 years, and it wasn't until later on when there was a music conflict did people start pushing a different agenda towards them. They should have had that same energy from the beginning, right? Now, which me, I've conducted a lot of investigations, proper R&I, you know what I'm saying, research, you know, interrogations, investigations, that I know how things are supposed to be ran. And not that saying that YouTube is, I'm supposed to conduct myself like that on YouTube, but I'm also supposed to look for facts and the truth of matters, and therefore let people make their own decision of how they evaluate it. And if it's something not, same thing for me. I got to make my own decisions, and that's where it stems from. And these are dudes that I was always cool. I never had no issues. I caught a couple trolling here in the past on me, and I tried to let things go. You know what I'm saying? And then when this just escalated out of nowhere, there was a big buildup, a lot of shit talking and whatnot. And I wasn't gonna bow down to none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care fucking what a motherfucker thinks or how they feel. I'm who I am. You know what I'm saying? And especially, you know, for me, when you attack someone knowing that they're at a distance, it becomes kind of it's frustrating. It was frustrating because I'm not used to none of that fucking back and forth or having to prove myself on a channel to certain people. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I expected more of these individuals because they used to tap into my lives. They used to tap into my members page, and no one could deny. They could deny me my past, but I also have a video I was just watching, which was why I dropped out and how I dropped out, which had over 60,000 views. And guess who's in, one of them is in the comments throughout in the live chat. I was just watching it right now. So to sit there and say a year later, come on, man. You know, I've always been to the forefront. Okay. Now they assumed that their address got put out there. Why? Because they were talking a gang of fucking shit. So they probably assumed that I put their address out there. Me knowing the address and putting the address out there is two different things. Yeah, I knew the address there. I deal with things differently. I don't want to put it on fucking anybody's social media platform or nothing like that. So immediately, I dropped a little lug. People started to sit there and you know, there's people that know all of our addresses. At any given moment, when they see conflict, they drop our addresses and sometimes try to stir the pot. There's one particular person who's known for locating people. You know what I'm saying? He has a channel, as you guys already know. We're probably talking about him right now, but that's neither here nor there. We'll bypass all that. The thought that of them saying that, number one, they said I put out their address back then. Never did. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I put their address out there, that's why I put it on my community post that I put the fucking address out there, because there was false accusations being put out there months before. And they used those false accusations of what they assumed and didn't have no proof to basically to drop my address, drop my mom's address into whatnot. How do I know this? Because it came through the troll account. How did I know the troll account? Because there's stuff that was put on there that only 2 or 3 people had. and one of them belongs to one of those channels. Okay. Now, so there's also the theory that Gunner told me, right? The address. It's like this, man. Gunner never wanted. Look, I'm not trying to back Gunner or defend Gunner or anything, but I will say this: he never gave me these guys' address, and trust me, maybe I tried to persuade him as much as I could. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave it there. He never gave the address. How or what I got the address, that's not even important. Did I dox you at that time? No, I didn't. There's people that look up our addresses all the fucking time, and they locate them. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm going to say there. Now, and I think people should consider that what I'm saying to be true, because when I did put out their address, I put it out there on my community post, said this and that. And the reason why I did was because my mom's address was put out there, my address, a lot of family members' addresses were put out there, right? And there's nobody admitting to it. You guys are all going to be guilt by association. It has to be one of you three. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, it's going to lean more towards those that believe that I put their address out in the first place. I gave a warning to a YouTuber. He can't deny it. I came at him. I said, you guys want to play games? We're going to go there. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem taking off the gloves. I'll put everybody's shit out there if you continue to do this. Nobody took heed to my warning. Instead, they're putting out my mom's address, my address, and other people's addresses, man. And so they called my bluff. I responded. I took it down. It is what it is. It ain't too hard to find any one of us. But look, I don't really have time or patience to go back and forth. So I'm only doing this video because I'm observing things, and people need to also reevaluate their actions. What would lead people to want to attack them or believe it's them? When you have a tendency to troll, right, in your past and troll other people, of course, and you have a personal issue, of course it's going to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's certain things that I heard that I wasn't a part of, but I heard about certain things. And people may assume that I was part of it, but I wasn't. It's just I heard things happen out there in, you know what I'm saying, the 209. So just because I speak on something doesn't mean I was part of it too, number one. But a lot of these actions, like I said, man, they're basically created by, you know, the hating, the jealousy, the envy. And I'm not saying anybody's hating or jealous of me or in any way, but it's obvious that there's some type of hidden animosity that people ain't being real or truthful about. Goyle told me the story about fucking that Bean told them that you know, fucking that they were told to fucking go in after me, and that's why they felt they were left hanging, because they went in all in on me, and then fucking homeboy made peace with me. See, I didn't know that we had to rely on other men to fucking fight our battles, first and foremost. Number two, I didn't know that we should allow anybody to tell us what we should and shouldn't do. Whether this did or didn't happen, of course, Gunner denies it. I believe that this was told to Goyle. Whether it was true, that's up for Bean to fucking sit there and clarify. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff just is what happened was it gets blown out of proportion, that people just don't stay in their lanes and they want to look for issues. They want to look for conflict. I didn't have to look for this. Up until then, what did I do to any one of these individuals? Nothing but support them. A lot of them, you know what I mean? And this is the truth, man. You know, I brought a lot of these people into the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And the people that brought them in, I brought them in. You know, I'm not here to hate on nobody. I've never been a hater. And I've always been a direct person to get at people directly. But there's a lot of buzz out there. People, he say, she say situation, but nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to try to be passive and try to let it fucking go away. You know, a lot of this stuff, when I was addressing over a year ago, should have all been put on the table back then. And anybody that sits there and says that they didn't know this and that, I got the fucking video right here where everybody's on the live chat, right? So if they say that they don't know, anybody says they don't know, come on, man. That ain't real. You know what I'm saying? And I don't wish any fucking hate upon anybody, man. But if you keep on playing games, what do you think's gonna happen? People are gonna clap back. And that's all that's happened. You know, I've tried to take the higher road. You know what I'm saying? I've tried to do all that. Out of nowhere, these troll counts started coming up towards me when everything was fucking playing and just going, and everybody was staying in their lane. This was just about a month ago, 6 weeks ago. Then it all started to develop again. Why? Why couldn't people just fucking just stay in their lane and just do what they do? You know? Think about it. So now either, as you guys are seeing, either what I've been saying this whole time, that some people say, hey, Flacco, man, he ain't all. Nah, a lot of it's coming out that I was telling the truth about a lot of stuff. You know, there has been certain hate. There has been a lot of fucking, there's been certain threads where they have discussions and stuff about fucking all the different people and tell jokes and make, you know what I mean? It's that bullying mentality, man. And see, this is why I'd rather rock solo, because if I rock with anybody, you got to be 100% committed to that person, your partner or whatnot, your group, your collective. And this is a prime example of people turning on each other. I don't know who turned on who first. I don't care. It's not my beef no more. But it all stems from me. In some senses, I guess it stems from me. Because why? People want to assume things. They don't do proper R&I. They don't do research. They don't investigate. You can't come in a situation without no fucking... You better have your thing caught back any matter you go to, because you know what? You have to be fully loaded to present everything to everybody, because people are going to question it. Now everybody's questioning this and that. It's not my beef. It's not my fellow. But a lot of this could have been prevented a long time ago. Because if you're on, everybody on YouTube, man, we're looked at the same. Ain't nobody active. You know what I'm saying? Just some, you know, some have different type of, some have different lanes and different agendas. Some don't speak about prison or politics or this and that. That's cool. Stick in that genre. You know what I'm saying? People are trying to combine people who have different narratives on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And therefore, some people look at it as a competition. At the end of the day, majority of everybody came through this channel, ACP. And me, I'm always going to clap back. I'm always going to respond back. Someone freestyles as a freestyle diss track, I'm going to come back 10 times harder. That's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? But if people, I've seen a couple of videos, right, where people talk about they just want to do their thing, their family members or this and that. That's fine. I respect that. Then do it. Everybody wants to have their name kept out their mouth. Well, my name was the name that was spoken on first before fucking anything when it comes to all this. You know? The games with the trolling. You know, there's certain things that you can try to make people believe are not true, but the facts are there. You know, everything I've ever said, I've never ever tried to lie, try to manipulate, or try to mislead anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against any channels. I don't care. If someone taps into a channel over there and they're cool with them, I don't care. I'm not going to have you blocked on this channel just for that. You're only going to get blocked on any of my channels is if you're disrespectful. If you're trying to create drama. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and tap into Dinking and Drinking, Gunners Collective, any of these channels. It doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hater. You know what I'm saying? Just all I'm asking for is for those who wish to. You can't call things out without fucking facts or without truth behind you. You know what I'm saying? So either stay in your lane because, and that goes for everybody, myself included, or go all the way. I mean, I'm not really worried about anybody on that level. But I just see a lot of misinformation being put out there. I see a lot of stuff that nobody's coming to the forefront of, like, look, man, just you do you, and everybody be all right. Because at the end of the day, everybody used to tap in. And anybody that tells you fucking that they didn't know about my past or my situation, they're full of fucking shit. That's the truth. I got the proof fucking right up in here, straight up. Anybody that wants that proof, get at me on my IG. I'll show you this. I'll screen record the whole fucking video, and you'll see the live chats going on throughout that time. So people can't say that they didn't know nothing. That's just being used as a defensive tool to try to fucking justify their actions, or try to separate themselves, or try to push that narrative towards me. That's the truth. That's the real. Anybody says any different? Nah. I got the proof right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, all you got to do is look at I have the video unlisted, but I'll pull it up for people, and I'll send it to anybody that wants to see the live chat. I'll send it to you, and you can go into the live chat and watch that video. Now, What do I think about this? I think that all the stuff that's going on, at least a lot of the stuff is starting to come out that validates everything that I said from before or believed. You know, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm gonna do what I do. Um, don't start one, won't be none. I gotta stop speak on anybody. But let's go back to the truth, man. People assume that they got doxxed by me when I didn't. I put that stuff after. And at that point, that's when they had already put my address, my mom's address, and everybody else's address out there. Then I reacted. And I also gave forewarning before I acted, man. And that's the truth. All those assumptions back in November or December, or whenever it was, I didn't, come on now. You know what I'm saying? If I would have did it, if anybody knows me, I would have came to the forefront and said, yeah, just like when I actually did put the address out there. That's why I did it. Because they were putting all mine out there and they were doing it secretly. I did it under my channel name to show people that, look, I ain't bullshitting about what I say. When I say I wasn't putting your address out there, I wasn't putting your address out there. But now since you guys are doing it, and there's only 2 or 3 of you that have this information, you guys are all guilty by association here. Damn, let's put this out there then. Then I did so. You know, it ain't hard anyways. Anybody can find anybody, man. You know, it's what you say and what you do on here, and what enemies you create on here is what you got to worry about out there. And I ain't trying to, like I said, I'm not tripping, but in some senses, it's just, this is typically what people want. They want to have that division. They want to have that internal conflict because that's what's been going on for years, all the way back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Bulldogs came out of it. Fucking the Riders, the Flowers. You know what I'm saying? The 2 5ers. Because gente do not know how to fucking deal with issues. Long time ago. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that Gunner did say. I was willing to get on the phone. Hey, before this shit gets fucking blown out of proportion, let's get on the phone. Some people got too big headed, didn't want to do it. Someone was stringing someone along from somewhere, is what I'll get at. That's my assumption. Is it true? I don't know. Because the response to that, it ain't real. You know, and then in vet, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm not tripping off these dudes. I've already said what I've needed to say over the last couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are seeing things that apparently there was issues there. There was a lot of there's been a lot of different things that have occurred that raise questions. A lot of hate, a lot of backdoor politics. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this shit solo. I'm not trying to have nobody rock with what I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem. You can't force people because you have issues with one person. Now they have to have issues. People could pick their own battles. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's you two, right? With that said, your boy Flacco, I'm gone.